Right, what's going on, friend? What is going on? I hope you are doing well. So, as the title of this video suggests, we're going to go over my weekly home workout routine. And honestly, right now, I am working with a new coach, as I described in last week, right? Someone who you are probably very aware of, right? He's been on this YouTube channel before, and you know, you probably, if you've heard of me on YouTube, you've heard of this guy, right? Tom Merritt from the Bodyweight Warrior. And yeah, so basically a couple months back, I've been, you know, kind of plateau and stagnant with coming from my golfer's elbow issue that I picked up when working towards one arm chin up. And so with that said, obviously I still long term have the same strength goals that I initially have with bodyweight training, but obviously if I plateau in strength because I don't have enough muscle mass, obviously I've got to actually focus on increasing muscle mass to get strong in the long term. But first of all, we got to get rid of this golfer's elbow issue, right? So with that said, how I'm working out now is basically, you know, increasing muscle mass while increasing and improving the recovery of the golfer's elbow and tendon strength and conditioning as a whole through doing more volume, more sets, more reps, more work capacity, which obviously is something I haven't really focused on the last year as it was so strength focused initially before my injury. So yeah, it's good to you know, mix some things up. So, you know, as the saying goes, every setback was made for a stronger comeback. That's the one. And obviously, as I'm going to go through the full week of how I'm training right now, obviously I can't go through the full specific sets, reps, and actually structure of the workout because obviously, like, you know, it's Tom's work, right? Not mine. So on Monday, we start with upper A. Now, with every single workout I actually do, both with upper and lower, I start with handstand practice as it's something I'm relearning, right? Especially as I hadn't trained it for like the last year, right? It's definitely a use it or lose it kind of skill because I have lost my ability to handstand like I could do last year. So obviously it's like, just accepting that fact and just relearning it, right? Right now, the process goal is getting 30 seconds freestanding again. And so really the main thing is just, you know, using the wall as my best friend to actually, you know, get the balance down and the time and attention to regain that handstand as fast as possible. So a combination of, you know, back to wall and then release my feet from the wall, as well as chest to wall and then releasing my feet from the wall and balancing and holding for time, right? And then after the handstands, I then get into the workout, the actual strength routine. And for the most part, it's really just back to basics again. It's like if you saw my previous workouts, it was quite some fancy stuff I was doing, right? Whereas now it's very basic, right? It's very, very basic. Some sweater planche push-ups, some strict ring chin-ups, some shoulder extension work, you know, things that I've got to do to actually make progress that, you know, it may not be so flashy for Instagram or whatever, but, you know, it's just got to get done. And as well as that, you'll notice that with certain exercises in the routine as a whole, not just these 3 exercises, but also after that doing the likes of pike push-ups, dumbbell rows, and rear delt flies, you'll notice I'm doing some specific rep tempos, right? Like some slower eccentrics, some isometric pauses and contractions to not only strengthen like weak links I hadn't really trained over the past year, but to also actually, you know, strengthen the elbows, the tendons and ligaments, as obviously they respond very well to isometrics and slower eccentrics, hence why they're a large focus in my current upper body routine. And then on Tuesday, we're gonna do lower A. So again, we start with handstands. I didn't record every single handstand session for this video, unfortunately, it was just one, but you get the gist, right? You know I train the handstands at the moment before every strength workout. So let's just get straight to lower A, right? With lower A, it's all about volume again, right? Not because I don't have any injury concerns with my lower body, but also obviously with lockdown and only training at home, obviously I'm very limited with how much weight I can use compared to like some back squats and such with a barbell. So we've got to improvise, we've got to get creative, we've got to do a lot more volume to elicit some decent hypertrophy strength response, right? And you'll notice like in upper A, doing some specific rep tempos, but for this purpose, it's simply to actually make the limited weights I have available much harder in order to actually, again, like make effective progress. And one thing I'm showing as well, which, you know, I've shown plenty of split squats before, but one thing I haven't focused on too much is purely on the lower back. It's something that Tom noticed was a weak link of mine. So, you know, I'm just doing what Tom says and just following his guidance. And yeah, it's not fun training your weak links, but, you know, it's far worth it in the long run to actually make the progress you want and achieve the goals you want, right? And although I'm most known for bodyweight and calisthenics exercises, especially for the legs now, I do actually typically prefer using weights simply because I'm literally so proficient at one leg squats and such now, to the point where they're actually quite boring to do, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. But hey, we got to improvise with what we got right now, and just deal with it, right? We can't control with certain things in the environment, but we can control our actions and just do the best with what we've got right now, right? It's not all about just being resourced 24/7. Sometimes you just got to be resourceful and just get on with the job, right? And towards the end of lower A, obviously I do have flexibility goals of the front splits and middle splits. Lower A is more focused on the front splits at the end, and you know, it's weird, right? Obviously I work with two different coaches. It's interesting seeing their different takes, not just on strength training but also flexibility work. So obviously the way I'm working with Tom now on flexibility is a lot different to what I've been previously taught. But I'm starting to feel it, right? Obviously, Tom knows his stuff. I just do what he says. And as he tells, the exercises are new to me. I kind of suck at them right now, but you know what? It's like any exercise. You got to get used to it. And it's just a case of adapting over time in order to get stronger. Then Wednesday is a rest day. Again, nothing fancy here. You know, I do have some daily stretches and mobility work to do, right? So obviously I'll do that on a rest day. You know, I may walk King Alfie, my dog, on rest days in particular. Just chill, relax, use the opportunity to get more work done regarding business, clients, making YouTube videos, all that good stuff. And, you know, as I said, just rest and recover for the next half of the workouts for the week, right? And that's where Thursday we get into upper B. Again, we start with handstands, and then, you know, upper B is a lot more suckerish than upper A. It requires a lot more of getting outside my comfort zone, as it's pretty brutal in quite the majority of the workout. You know, in fact, I'll probably actually play some of my facial expressions and sound effects I was making during some of the workouts to see how uncomfortable I was. You'll notice that compared to upper A, it's actually much more focused on straight arm scapular work, right? Because obviously, you know, when it comes to advanced bodyweight strength exercises, it's all in the scapula. It's not so much in the core and the abs as most people think. It's all in the damn scapula and shoulder blades, right? Especially if you've been watching my YouTube videos, you know you're an OG to know that, right? And like upper A, as I said, you know, doing some eccentric isometrics and isometrics in isolation, that because obviously that's how tendons respond very well to getting stronger and healing from things like golfer's elbow and such. Because at the end of the day, although I'm not as maximally strong as I was a few months ago, obviously this type of work I've just got to do now in order to actually get not just to the strength I was before, but to actually progress beyond that. Because there's no point just spinning your wheels, doing the same thing over and over again, and just hurt yourself more and more and more, right? But hey, it's like anything, you know, if we're not uncomfortable during our workouts, it's like, why are we working out, right? We've got to do different things in order to achieve different results. And, you know, a lot of working out, it's literally a case of getting outside your comfort zone, otherwise you're not going to actually see any progress, right? So after this workout, I did actually shoot some thumbnails for last week's videos, which you would have seen, right? So I'll probably show you right now, like, you know, quick photo shoot in my garage, right? Nothing fancy, but obviously, to be honest, I'm probably not like I'm definitely not at my peak condition, right? You'll probably notice that if you look at my photos now compared to my photos a couple months back that I showed you in my previous workout routine. Obviously, I may not be so in physically good peak condition, but obviously that's understandable if I've had a couple months of setback. But it's like anything, right? As humans, we can't always be in our peak condition. We have highs, we have lows. It's just the way it is, right? And I know that I'm going to use this time to come back stronger. So in a few months' time, not only am I going to be a lot stronger, I'm also going to look a lot better in order to get stronger, right? And obviously, like I said, with this injury setback I had, it did impact my mental state a lot regarding body image issues and comparing myself to other people, which is the video I'll link up here. If you want to check that out, as the response from that video has been pretty damn good. I'm very grateful for all of your responses if you have commented on that video already. Now Friday, we're going to do lower B. Again, we do handstands. I've already covered that like 6 bazillion gazillion times, right? And really with lower B, the most part, obviously in lower A, you'll realize that there was a lot of unilateral exercises, so doing one leg at a time, whereas now it's more so bilateral exercise, so doing 2 legs at a time, which makes it quite nice because obviously the workout was probably like half the length of time, right? But in all seriousness, you know, it's a case of obviously doing some bodyweight exercises. That's what we got to do with lockdown right now. And really, like I said, if you're watching the video, obviously we had to get a bit creative with, you know, using external load with what I've got right now. So good suggestion I actually got from Tom was actually to get my weight plates, right? Get a broomstick in the garage, put the two together, and boom, you've got like a mini barbell at home, homemade, right? Costs nothing extra, right? If you've already actually got the weights at home. So that could be a suggestion for you if you want to try that out, because as you see from some of the exercises, I was actually, able to do things like, some cyclist squats and seated good mornings, which are both very effective exercises for weightlifting exercise, right? Without, feeling any impact in comfort or that, because it was all good to perform. Now, the end of the workout, right? Lower A was all about front splits. Lower B, it's all about middle splits, right? And as you can see, there's a PNF, contract, release, all that good stuff, active loading, and then all of that, right? And like I said, with the middle split, it was interesting, right? I actually got a lot deeper than before with the middle split. I mean, I know I've got a long way to go, but I was pretty happy with it. I was pretty happy with it considering my middle splits a couple months back. And yeah, that is about it. Because really the main reason I train flexibility is obviously not only does it help with calisthenics as a whole, with building strength, but also kind of proving myself, right? Because obviously growing up playing sports and football, obviously I had the tightest legs, right? I had super tight hip flexors. My hamstrings were like as immobile as a slug, or stiff as a board, I guess you could say. And so obviously being able to eventually achieve the front and middle splits, a bit like with a lot of bodyweight and calisthenics exercises, like if you can achieve things that you thought with your body you previously couldn't do and thought were impossible, it's like that level of confidence and pride carries over to not actually remain consistent with your health and fitness, but the confidence you display in all areas of your life as a whole, right? And then Saturday and Sunday, the same as Wednesday. I rest, I chill, I relax. May walk Alfie, right? If he's been a good boy. If not, mum and dad will just do it, right? But some daily stretches and mobility, as I said, as I do daily. And that's about it. That is about it. That's my routine right now. Again, it will change over the weeks, but yeah, that's the starting point right now. And I'll probably do an update in a few weeks or a few months, probably a few weeks time, I'd say, of my workout, just see how I progress, not just with my elbow, strength-wise, physique-wise. I'll probably be curious to show you guys that once things progress, right? So if you enjoyed this video, you like my content, you enjoy watching every single minute and every single second of this video, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and comment down below, what are your goals you're working towards right now with fitness, health, calisthenics, body training, all that good stuff. Comment down below, I'll be curious to know. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay safe, stay healthy, keep moving forward.